there's a question on how you motivate with an already successful teams to aspire to that level of, improved client experience.
Feedback. Ask for feedback. There's a UK study of law firms that showed that I think it's about 94 or 96, I think it's 94%. 94% of law firm clients will not proactively give feedback, negative feedback. So if they're unhappy, 94% of them won't give that feedback. 91% of those will never return.
Yeah.
If you had,
crazy.
And how unsatisfying is that if you have clients that just literally walk away and you never hear from again, and you've invested in onboarding them from a purely metrics perspective. I did this assessment at another firm of the cost of onboarding all of those clients who came for one matter and never came back.
Yeah.
It was huge, millions of dollars. Yeah. So just the pure cost. So for law firm leaders, listen, but for lawyers, absolutely, that creating that reputation of an outstanding experience and asking for feedback. How did I do? How can I improve? Now, I also cringe about asking for feedback.
That makes me very scared.
100%. And it's funny, because I've been saying for years to lawyers, ask for feedback. What are you worried about? And then I go to send an email and I literally reworded it 50 times. I hovered over the send key. In the end, it was refreshing. And now I ask, what did I just say to you before? Please give me feedback on last week's session.
Yeah.
I want to improve.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a reputation in the market as a mediocre because I didn't bother to ask what could I do better.
Yeah.
And if I had a room of 15 people last week who walked away going, that was a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
I want to improve.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they won't come back again.
Yeah.
So asking for feedback is so important. We're rolling out a feedback program for a large accounting firm at the moment, and they're looking at the moment at phase 1 key client survey to really understand, robust feedback from their key clients to inform their relationship meetings.
Yeah.
The hoops that unfortunately this head of marketing is having to jump through to get this across the line. She can see the value, but the partners are nervous. Yeah. They're a little bit anxious, but actually they've signed the let's go with it thing. We'll see how we go with rollout. But it's a really nerve-wracking thing. The power in it, though, and the value of asking for feedback and understanding where you fit, that's how you know where to improve. Yeah. It's like a cyclical thing. Yeah. You engage, you deliver certain services, you ask for feedback. How was that for you? You change your engagement, you level up your service levels. And similarly with a brand, right? So if you looked at a brand that you had created 5 years ago, notwithstanding that it would have been a brilliant brand at the time, you'd look at it now and go, oof.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Similarly with service levels, you cannot rely on service levels 5 years ago. If you have an SLA in your business or a service level agreement in your business, service standards that's 5 years old, level up because every other firm is doing it.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, we changed our branding because I was like, no,
this is it.
Doesn't
Exactly.
work.
I love your brand.
And no, but I think, we did that middle of last year, but I think the thing is you change as a business as well and aspiring to get better, especially as the business owner. And this is part of the fun. I mean, we talk quite seriously about it, but if you've got a successful business that's paying the bills and you're doing all right and you've got work on, actually learning about the different areas that you can improve your legal practice, whether that's aspiring to have great customer service, client service, whatever type of client you have, or, aspiring to have the best, looking brand, or really, really importantly, aspiring to be the place where people will choose to come.
Yes.
Because all of that works in to, attraction and retention, which is a huge cost and a huge issue for firms of all sizes. And I can bang on about that forever. But the fact is there's a huge amount of opportunity as well to stand out as a point of difference based on telling those stories around client experience, around your work, around behind the scenes.
Do you know who tells your story even better than you do? Your clients.
Yes. Yeah.
Testimonials and recommendations is, in my opinion, the most powerful source of marketing.
Yeah.
It's the most powerful marketing you'll ever do. When you think about the buyer cycle, so that legal services buyer cycle, I have a need. Who am I aware of? Well, I think of these firms. Yeah, all right. Who would I consider? Oh, well, I wouldn't. No, they're a conveyancing firm. I need a litigation. Blah, blah, blah. You narrow it down. If you don't know anyone, before people go to Google, more often than not, they'll go to their network.
Of course. Yep.
Their mum, their dad, their brother, sister, colleagues, peers, friends, social network, Facebook. If I need someone locally, I go to my suburb Facebook page. I just type in, hairdresser, plumber, whatever. Oh, they're all the recommendations. I miss the marketing funnel for those firms. I don't go looking for them on Google. I go straight to them. Yeah. And I contact them. You were recommended.
Yeah.
So if you have people within your client base who can become trusted referrers, and not even reactively, you can ask for referrals. Please, would you refer to a friend?
Yeah.
That's reactive referrals. If you then actually encourage them or engage them so much that they want to be proactive referrals. So your dentist, you're telling me about your dentist.
Yeah.
If you were to go, you've just told me about how amazing your dentist.
Yeah.
If I need a dentist, I'll probably go, hey, how was that? You proactively referred them, advocated for them.
Yeah.
If you can get clients to move into that space, that is the most powerful marketing you'll ever do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've got a great story about a plumber who sent
there
us
you
a
go.
gift recently as well. And we've been telling everyone about this plumber.
If I use him and I don't get a gift, I'll be right pissed off, just saying.
Well, that's true. But actually quite small things sometimes to get right. And it's a whole of business approach, and I think it comes back to all of these things. What I speak about with Brandon, what you talk about in terms of customer client experience and building sustainable firms. It's making sure that you recognize the bits of your business where you can improve.
Yes.